Hi there, this is Tracy with TotallyTraced. I am live tonight doing the fruit punch class. What you're looking at right now is actually my free class of the month. So every month I do a free class where I teach a template, I show you 4 different cards, and I encourage you to make the same cards. And then I also send you the kit to make these cards if you place an order in my online store of $35. So that's one class. Then I do a card class of the month every month where I feature a suite, and I will show you that possibly at the end of this class. And then right now, this is just kind of a bonus class. This is called Fruit Punch. And so you can get the kit for this class. We're going to be making 8 cards. I'm going to show you 5 of them tonight, but you'll have all the supplies to make all 8. You'll have a PDF tutorial for it. And in your kit, you will get 12 sheets of the fruit paper, which these are perfect for summer. So to make some great cards for the summer. And then you'll also get 8 envelopes, and in each envelope you'll have all the supplies that you need to make the cards. Then you'll also get 30 of the Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush gems. All right, and then the only thing you need to provide is the ink, and for this class it's only a sentiment. So I'm going to show you how I did a sentiment. I'm using the More Messages bundle. And so this is actually all one stamp, which I did not realize when I ordered it. I guess I wasn't paying attention, and when I got it I thought, oh no. Let me tell you, I love it. So I'm just going to show you how I use this. So like I said, all of these messages are on one stamp. So I'm just going to attach it to a clear block. And then you can pick whatever color you want. I'm going to use Secret C because this is my new black. And then I just ink it. And then this is a half sheet of cardstock, so it's 5.5 by 8 1/4, and I just kind of put it not quite center. So it looks like that. And then it comes with this die. And look, you just lay it on top and it's going to cut them all out at the same time. So these are the sentiments I'm using for the cards tonight. Again, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to pull out my large die cut and I'm just going to run this through really quickly. All right, so I see Jane has joined me. If you're here, say hi to me. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Florida, if you don't already know that. And it has just started booming here. It looks really dark outside. So hopefully I'll keep power through this whole thing. If I disappear, you know what happens. All right, so I'm just running this through. And then look, you have all of these sentiments cut out in one shot. So I've done this in Secret C many times on vanilla paper, on white paper. I've done it with black ink. What I would really like to do, one fell in my lap, is maybe even do some embossing. And then I just have it in a case. So I've got all of these sentiments whenever I need them. And like I said, this is the only thing I'm using on the cards tonight. All right, so that's called the More Messages bundle. Okay, let me clean up this mess here now. All right, so the first card that I'm going to make is the watermelon card. And when I saw this paper, I knew exactly the card I wanted to make. This is one of those slider cards if you haven't seen it. So I'll just show you how it works. So Right now it doesn't really open, but you can slide this up and down and slide it right off, and then it opens. And so something I love about this paper is that it does have the front and back of some of the fruit. So I really tried to play with that. Hi, Jan. Oh, she's from Wisconsin. Glad you could join me. So I really tried to take advantage of this paper when designing these cards, which, by the way, if you're looking for just a simple layout, maybe some new layouts to add to your repertoire, this would be a great class for it, because I did use, there's 8 cards that come in the kit and they all have a different layout. All right, so let me show you how I did this. Okay, so I opened up the envelope that has these supplies. So like I said, everything's cut for you. The only thing that you need to do is cut the cardstock. Your PDF will have the exact measurements. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. Actually, I think I'm gonna cut this first. All right, wait, do you think it matters which way it runs? I think it does. So I'm gonna run it directional. You can decide how you want it to go. All right. Okay, so I cut my 3 pieces. And then all we're gonna do is glue these right on. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a border there. And then my smaller piece, yep, that one's gonna go there. All right, now, then this other piece we're gonna flip over to give the inside of the watermelon. And so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it to think about where it should get glued down. And I am using glue because if I don't get it quite in the right spot, I can slide it over. Whereas if you use the tape, I am not good at pulling that back off. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Make sure that covers it up. Yep. There we go. Super easy to do that. All right, so now for the fun part. To do this, I'm going to lay this on the inside of my card. Okay, so I've got one of them. The other one I'm keeping out. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals. And actually, I've got some long edges, which you don't need to use. You can use the solid pieces if you want. Let's see, I'm just gonna put that there. And so I'm keeping this closed and I'm putting the dimensionals in between those spots. Okay, so let's see, we'll add one there. Let me use this side. I'll get it over here. All right, there we go. And then I'm just going to pull all this off. And then I'm going to layer this one over it. And there you go. That's how you get that slider. So just like that. Okay, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm going back to those more messages that you saw. And I'm gonna grab the "You're the absolute best." I'm just gonna put some glue on that. And stick it right in the middle. Okay. So there is the card. And then of course, your kit also comes with the bling. So I did use the darker color, which is the strawberry slush. The colors in this paper are actually garden green and seafoam green is the lighter one, and then it's real red. But these gems, they work. All right. Oh, Marge says super cute. Thanks. I love this paper. This was paper from Celebration, and so with every qualifying order, I was able to receive 1 pack. So I'm passing that savings on to you with this class. So you're making extra cards, getting double the paper, double the gems, but only paying a couple of dollars more than a regular class for me. So again, if you would like the kit to make this, it is in the comment section, the link for that. All right, let's see. Okay, how about we work on this one next? So I'm going to my envelope and I'm looking for the one with the red card base. And you know it's going to be the last one, right? Oh, not quite. Okay, so this is just another one of the traditional fun fold. You've probably seen this. So I've got your card base is already cut and folded for you at the right size. And then for the paper, you're going to need the cute apple paper. And same thing, I'm going to be using both sides. This one says, thanks a lot. And of course, I think it's perfect for a teacher. Sorry, I've got my PDF version. Oh, sorry, shake. I've got my PDF tutorial on the computer, and my computer just went dark. So I just want to make sure I get these measurements correct. And let's see, I see Brenda has joined us. Thanks, Brenda. All right. Okay, so again, this is directional. So I'm actually going to cut this paper first so that I don't mess up, and then I'll save my scraps for the end. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut off the bottom first. And if you're following along with me because you already have your kit, I should have started this from the beginning. Always let me cut first, and then that way if I make a mistake, you will see it, and you can wait until I correct it. All right, let's see. I'm shaking. I'm so nervous if I did it right. Okay, so this one's gonna go here. Woohoo, that looks right. And then that one will go there. Okay, phew. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue all this down. And again, this is real red and then granny apple green, very fitting, right? And then I use seafoam green on the back, which is the inside of the apple. And actually the inside of that apple might be pretty in pink. Or not pretty in pink. Oh, what's the other pink one? Petal pink. Okay, so that piece is gonna go there. And then you have just a sheet of white paper that's gonna go on the inside. Oh, and oh, thanks, Tina says cute card. She's coming from Maryland. Hi, Lee. She's watching from Colorado. Okay, and the rain has just started, so it's pouring outside, and the wind's going pretty good too. I love this kind of weather, especially if I'm inside crafting. Okay, so now for this one, I'm just gonna put glue along the top, and I want it to look centered on my card. And we're gonna let that one sit upside down for a little bit because it's just about out. Oh, Marge is pouring where you are too. All right, there we go. And then again, just a sentiment. I did thanks a lot. I'm not sure if I said this already, but as a, like, I totally see this as a teacher card, but that could be because I'm a teacher. And of course, it's always nice to give a thank you card to your teacher. Hi, Joyce. And I'm going to put one in the middle, little off center, because I'm just going to hang it off a little bit, so I don't want it all the way to the right, or I'll seal my card shut. Okay, and then we'll add some bling. I'm going to use the strawberry slush. Those are the darker gems that are in your kit. There we go, card number 2. Again, I just love this fruit paper. And all of these layouts are very replicable. I'm making the paper do all the work, and all I've done is add a sentiment. Okay, let's go to, this one is my favorite. My team has a monthly meeting, and each month they share a mystery project or some type of fun fold. And so I learned it for this, and I thought how perfect again to show like the fruit where you're just kind of zooming in each time. All right, so let's get that one out. So, oh, look at that, first time. Okay. So this is your actual card base, because we're gonna have the designer series paper do all the work from there. So you're actually gonna need 2 for this one. You're gonna need this one, which, look at that paper, that's so fun. And then you're gonna need the other one that is oranges and lemons. Okay, and then we have our inside piece that's just gonna sit right in the center. All right, so I'm gonna start with this piece. Grab my trimmer. Okay, whoops. So I cut it as the same height as my paper, but a little bit thinner because I want to keep that flap. So that's going to get glued right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down that flap. Again, I really like using liquid glue on this because I can move it as desired. Okay, and then when you open it, look, it's already gonna have that on the inside. How cute. Tina asked, what's the name of that DSP? It's called Fruit Salad, and it's actually one that's not available anymore. So if you order the kit, I'll give you 12 sheets of it, but it was part of Celebration, so therefore it's no longer there. All right, so now I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And this one I just thought about where I wanted it to be. I don't know if it really matters, but I wanted to make sure that that center was in the middle. So let me switch it around this way. So I'm just gonna kind of play with it to see if I could do it there. I think I'm gonna like it better this way. Oh, and look, see, I cut it wrong. Let's try that again. And then this one is going to get glued on this flap. Oh, and I still cut it wrong. All right, well, this one's gonna be a little bit smaller. I don't think it's gonna matter. Your measurements are correct on your PDF. I'm looking at it right now. I just, pressure of live TV, I guess. Trying to be fast, making silly mistakes. That's why I always say, follow the PDF tutorial, not necessarily me. Okay. So, ta-da! Look, actually, that is keeping kind of cuter. Okay, so now on the inside, we're going to go ahead and glue that white piece of paper down. No, Tina, it's not newer order, although in the newer order there is pears coming out. So if you really like the Fruit Designer Series paper, there will be pears coming in, I think, next month. I think right now only demonstrators can get it. Hi, Tansy, thanks for joining. All right, so we have that. And then I had all these strips left. So I just kind of created like a ribbon band. And so let's see. It was this one. And I'm gonna guess that's about a ½ inch. But did I cut it too short? Okay, no. That looks crooked to me. Let's try that again. All right. So see how it just kind of creates that little bit of look of ribbon. I'm just going to line it up with both sides, just like that. And then I'm going to go back to my More Messages bundle. And for this one, I have your Simply Incredible, but of course you can put whatever sentiment you want. And then I'm just popping that up. Oh, thanks for whoever was just sending me hearts. I saw hearts fly by. Okay, I think it's so cute. I just love this layout for a card. And so from the front, it looks very simple, but it's definitely gonna have that wow factor for whoever opens it up. All right. I've got, let's do this one. This is another kind of a fun fold. This is called just a gatefold, but again, I played with that inside and outside. You've got the pineapples, and then on the inside of the card, you have the inside of the pineapples. So let's see, I need the one with the yellow. Oh, wrong yellow one. We'll do that one next. This looks right. All right, so in your kit, I already made the gatefold for you, but again, your PDF does tell you all the measurements so that you can replicate this and make another card with it. All right, so now I'm going to grab the pineapple paper. And we're going to cut 2 pieces to make the front. right, so we're gonna layer that up, meaning the Granny Apple Green will go there, and then your designer series paper will lay over the top of it. And I believe this is Daffodil Delight is the yellow. Glad I used glue on that one. I had that way off. And then we're just going to glue those to the front of the card. Okay, and then I'm just getting them lined up. Oh, and look, this one, it looks like I did it on purpose, but I can't take credit for it. You see how my pineapples still line up. My original, they did not. So however yours looks will be fine. All right, then on the inside, you've got this white piece of paper there, and then I'm just taking this piece and flipping it over, and that's gonna be your other piece. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that down to 4 inches. And we're going to glue those down. Hi, Ruth, welcome. Ruth, remind me where you watched from. I can't remember. All right, there we go. So there's the inside. Again, I just love that. It has that look of the outside of the pineapple, the inside of the pineapple. Okay, I did call this class Fruit Punch Class because I used a lot of punches. This is the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. And then I just use Oh Happy Day. But again, you could turn it this way and do a completely different sentiment in the middle. See, that looks just as cute. Whatever you want to do. In fact, I think I am going to change it up. Let's see. How about you can do anything? Yep, I like it. All right. So if you look, I have the, this is what's keeping it attached to the card. But if I put glue all the way across, you're going to end up gluing your card shut, which you do not want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it at an angle, just for fun, why not? Okay, and then because I'm doing it alongside, yep, that still looks okay. So I'm going to glue this down first. Again, I'm only putting glue on half. I'm just going to hold that for a second. And then we're going to glue Oh Happy Day. Oh, sorry, I didn't use Oh Happy Day. I'm going to glue You Can Do Anything. All right, and then I'm going to actually pop that up But to make it more secure, I'm only doing it on this side. See, I'm just gonna do that. And then put this right over it. Okay, so it looks like that. And then going back to your gems, this time I use the neutral gems. And because I laid it that way, I'm just going to change up where I put them. Oh, no, I don't like it there. It kind of got lost. How about right there? Yeah. All right, there we go. There is card number, oh my goodness, we're on card number 4 already. I think I've only seen one of you that already has the kit live with me. I'm sure I'm going too fast for you. I'm sorry, but remember, you can watch it as many times as you would like. I didn't realize we were already on number 4. All right, so my last one, super simple, but I absolutely love it. It's the pears, and this layout is really cute. Like I said, if you're looking for some easy templates, this class has 8 different templates that are all easy to make, and then you'll have the measurements so you can do it over and over again with different papers. But I picked I Adore You because I thought then in the inside you could put something like We're the Perfect Pair. Sorry if you think that's too cheesy. I do like my puns. All right, so this is the envelope we want. And then of course we want the pear paper. Okay, and then this is a vertical one, so I'm gonna start with it vertically and cut it that way so I know I'm getting the right size. And then I think I've got the right size, but I'm just gonna double check the PDF tutorial. Okay, which I think I just found a mistake on. Yes, it's saying you should be cutting it at 5 inches, but we'll just make sure, yeah, the card's not even that wide. So we're going to switch it to 3 3/4. And I'm just going to check. Yep, that looks right. Okay. And for those of you making this along with me, oh, hi, Carrie. I was wondering about you. Glad you could make it, late or not. I did cut this in 16ths. I'm sorry if you're like, oh, why are you doing this? Again, you don't have to. If it's a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, it's fine. You're just gonna have less yellow gaps in between. All right, so I'm gonna get all this glued down. Jane, the width is 4 inches. Oh, Tina has this DSP and never opened it because she thought it looked too busy. I gotta say, when I first started playing with it, I couldn't stop. I mean, if you follow me, you guys know I'm a flowers. I don't know. This isn't necessarily in my wheelhouse either. But as soon as I started designing and saw like that it was a lot of the front and back. Oh, Carol just joined in. Hi, Carol. I knew this paper was for me. And I love the cards. I was on the phone with my mom earlier today and was telling her which class I was doing tonight. And she's like, I don't think I've ever seen a card with fruit on it other than apples for teachers. She's like, I think I might need to buy this kit from you because I can't get that at Hallmark. All right, there we go. And I don't know, should I continue with hooray? Or not, hooray is what fell out. Should I continue with I adore you to keep with my pun of we make the perfect pair? Or, let's see, lots of love. Well, I could always use a celebrate. How could I tie in pairs with celebrate? Congratulations. Would you give somebody graduating, like it's graduation season, could I give them that? Always here for you. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, maybe just the hello. Oh, look how, yep, that's what I'm doing. Look at that tiny little one. It's so cute. There we go. All right, so I have made 5. Oh, thank you for the hearts again. I like it when I get hearts. I have made 5 cards. Again, the kit gives you the supplies to make 8 cards. So I'll just show you the other 8, or not the other 8, the other 3 that you could make with it. Oh, Dell says, great cards. Thank you from Queensland. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. So, again, if you get the kit, you'll be able to make all 8 cards. The link to register for it is in the comments. They will be going out. The kits will be going out in, I'm hoping, a little less than 2 weeks. I'm actually waiting on Stampin' Up! Is a little behind because of this BOGO sale they've got going on. So it's taking forever for me to get my orders. I'm waiting on some more of the gems. Everything else I have ready for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This month I am featuring the beautiful Gallery Suite. I probably have the name wrong. Gallery Bloom Suite. It's something like that. And you're probably going to want to get this kit too. I will be demonstrating these cards in 2 weeks. There's 5 of them all together. But another suite that I love. Oh, Lee says they're also cute. Thank you guys. I will see you next time.